Well, we are ready for the 2025 eChampions League Grand Final. 36 of Europe's best went to battle in Manchester just 10 days ago, representing clubs from all over Europe. And now only 2 players remain. One player's been here before and he's done it all. He's been an eChampions League winner. The other player, you can argue he's done it all. The only trophy that's missing from his cabinet is this one in the eChampions League. Richard Buckley, what a grand final we have in front of us.
You're either going to have a story of a 2-time champion, the best player that's ever played in the eChampions League, or the best 12 months we've ever seen, a competitive FC, World Championship, Pro Open victory, and eChampions League.
We had some special guests as well join us for this grand final. Ruud Gullit, who's been the eChampions League ambassador, back for a 3rd year in a row. You were with us in Istanbul, London last year. You're in Munich. What have you made of tonight so far?
I think there have been some great games. I'm very, very proud of Emre. Last year he didn't do that well, was already out of the quarterfinals, I think. But before that he won the Champions League, so I'm proud of him anyway. And today he played well. I think he showed some unbelievable skills.
Well, the last time, Richard, that Ruud Gullit was commentating with us in a grand final and Emre was playing,
yes,
he won it.
He won it
in Istanbul.
So I hope I can bring some luck. But of course, he plays against a fantastic player. I heard behind the scenes that he won almost everything. Yeah. So this is a good moment then, you know, to show him a lesson.
When you look at these two, sort of on paper, they've both won so much. Is that a mentality, that winning mentality, that not a lot of players have?
No, yes, but the thing is, you learn from your mistakes. Last year, Emre, you know, made mistakes, and he got punished by it. So now, till now, he didn't make them. So now he just needs to stay composed, and that's, of course, experience.
I mean, you can see him in this tournament. He's not lost a game.
No, yeah, but this is the final. Totally different.
Yeah.
Different atmosphere.
No one remembers what it was.
A little bit nervous. There's tension there. So therefore, he needs to be focused. Just play your own game.
Absolutely. There's a lot of love coming in on our chat at the moment, Ruud. I don't know if you can see all the messages coming through. A lot of love for you. Dutch legends. A lot of players that love your item, the SBC item that was in a lot of these teams. Unfortunately, he can't be here, but he was obviously in the eChampions League phase. Do you realise how good you are in the game? You're a complete player.
Maybe it's better not to know. No, but you know, it's an honor for me as well to be as good in the game. It gives me a second career.
Did you ever think about growing the hair back out?
No.
No?
No, that's been. I see some old icons still with the same haircut. Like, okay, it's me. No. I cut it off in 2000. I had enough of it, and now it's another me, another book, different book.
Well, let's talk about this one then, Richard. We'll get the chat involved as well and get some predictions moving. Anders Vejrgang or Emre Yilmaz. It was his first game. It was their first game they played in the eChampions League. They played in the group stages.
Yep.
10 days ago in the league phase, Emre Yilmaz beat him, but so much has happened since then. And this is a game that you flip a coin, a result could be different every time.
I think the big takeaway from me, that semi-final win for Emre, 9-4 against Nicholas.
Yeah, with ease.
It's a real big confidence boost.
Yes, of course, but that is, you know, don't take that with you in the finals. Don't get complacency. You know, you don't need that. You need to be focused.
There's a lot of love coming for you in the chat. Mr.
Gullit. Thank you very much, as well.
King Fernie coming in.
Thank you very much for all your compliments. And the thing is, you know, I support also the e-games because in the past it was always the feeling that we were all geeks sitting there in their room all day. But that's not the case. You have to be professional. You have to be good in order to come here, the best of the best. So this game is growing, so it's fantastic to be part of it.
Someone's about to win $75,000, Richard.
Serious.
Doesn't get any bigger than this, does it? And lift the Champions League and also get their own icon SBC, which as we've been revealing, this will be fun for you, Ruud, to get involved in. There's 6 different icons it could be for our champion. We've revealed 5 already, correct?
Correct, 5.
And there's 1 left. And guess where they're from?
It's almost like we planned it.
They're from the Netherlands. So there's an
from the
icon.
Netherlands?
Yeah.
There's an icon that could be in the 6th selection,
Koeman?
Ruud.
Is it Koeman?
We'll give you.
Could
it's not Ronald Koeman, okay?
Not Ronald Koeman.
Let's let the chat have a guess as well. But we know who the answer is. We'll reveal it very soon for you. Unfortunately, Ruud, it's not you. You've already got an incredible SBC.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't be greedy.
we couldn't give you another one.
Okay.
I think it's going to go down well with.
Do you think they're going to like the Dutch icon?
I think so.
Well, in case you've missed the other players that, again, the champion SBC could choose, it could be Fernando Torres, Robert Pires, Socrates, Andrea Pirlo, Vidic.
But it is a Dutchie.
It is a Dutchie. It is.
It is a Dutchie, yeah. Okay. Because they say, there's a saying, I say it all the time, if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much.
Will it be Dutch in the final?
Probably first
and
time
the Dutch
that.
is in the final. So, hopefully he can do it.
We're about to get underway. The nerves, the tension is building here in Munich. It's grand final time.
Well, here we go then. Your eChampions League grand final for the 2025 season is between these two, in Emre Yilmaz and Anders Vejrgang. Only one can lift the trophy highest here in Munich and pick up $75,000. One's been a world champion, one's won pretty much everything in the last 12 months. The missing piece of the puzzle has been this trophy here for Anders Vejrgang. But for Emre Yilmaz, this was the trophy, Richard, that really announced himself as one of the best players, not just in Europe, but in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. That 2023 season, Emre was on fire. And his crowning moment, the title in Istanbul. If he wins this tournament twice, he's the best player to ever play in the eChampions League, that's for certain.
Oh, yeah. I just hope that he gets, gets his composure. That's the most important thing. And also, be patient. That's
a long game.
Yes, I know. Be patient. Don't try to force it, because if you force it, you get punished. Yeah, very well done. Just wait for the opposition to do, what you think he's doing, and then.
That's it. Emre Yilmaz could be on through here as he's looking to try and break through to the aerial route. Building into this one, it's not Rijkaard as the guesses keep coming in for our final Dutch icon, Ruud van Nistelrooy. It's not him. I'll tell you what it could be though, Anders Vejrgang to pull away with Kylian Mbappe into Henry. He's offside, it won't count.
It missed.
Unlucky.
It was just a miss.
Unlucky. There was a miss.
I don't know if you saw the last game, the semi-final. 4 or 5 missed chances from Anders, where he was not hitting the back of the net, not green timing his shots.
And I had a feeling he was not happy with himself.
Absolutely.
Back to you, Emre Yilmaz, who has been on goal-scoring form. He scored 8 in the quarter-finals, 9 in the semi-finals. He's been making it look like an ordinary day in the park, which is crazy to say, especially when you look at the players that he's been playing against. Ruud. He's been playing against the best players in the world, but he's been free-flowing. He's been scoring loads of goals.
Yeah, but this is a final, totally different, feeling, vibe, everything. Be patient. That's the key.
Henry in a tussle with Lucio, who comes out on top.
You've already seen Lucio 3 times, twice for Emre and then for Anders. Last-ditch tackles, defending really, really well so far. Maradona, he's the key here for Emre Yilmaz. He's playing in sort of the number 10 role. Expect a lot to go through him, whether it's the chance creation or the goal-scoring finishing.
Idea there with the sprint boost to pull away. I can see the chat coming through. Still so many more of those Dutch guesses. It's not Cruyff.
Should we give a clue?
It's not Rijkaard. It's a forward.
I'll even go one for.
Go on.
They played in the Premier League.
They played in the Premier League.
Ooh. Now you have to know it. You have to know it.
As soon as the first goal goes in this grand final, we'll reveal it. Hopefully it comes in the 90.
I think it might come quite soon.
Capstam again in the way as Emre Yilmaz is looking to have the breakthrough in our grand final. They actually played back in Istanbul when Emre Yilmaz was champion. They actually matched in the lower bracket there. And it was Emre who to do enough to find a way through.
You see that run there from Henry down the middle of the pitch, forcing Anders to defend.
Can he now work it in from this area? Has to go all the way back around. Joshua Kimmich finds Maradona into. Again, Henry's doing a great job there, but every single time he ups down while Lucio's in the way. Well, we've got an icon with us in Ruud here. We've got a hero.
Well, look, these two in the back were also, in real life, they were good players, by the way. So therefore, it's also, it's just a matter of, don't be too hasty. Just wait for that really moment that will come.
I wonder if Roberto knows, Rich, just how good his item is in-game, the total in-game stats that he's got.
Well, I had the opportunity to see him in Brazil at the Commonwealth Libertadores. I think he knows.
He does know,
I think he knows.
Mohamed Salah still waiting for a breakthrough in our final. Is this the moment now? Thierry Henry just fluffed his lines.
Yeah, went for the low-driven shot. I didn't know if he'd maybe open up his body, go with the left foot into the far corner.
But you know what the good thing is? This is how a final's supposed to be. You know, it's all about the details. It's all about being patient. The one who makes less mistakes will win this game. So therefore, you need to have two players who are both very, very good. So therefore...
Hang on a second. Could he be able to pull away here, Jarzinho? His shot's blocked.
You see, he shoots already very early because he knows he's not going to a chance for another dribble.
Well, more guesses coming on through. It's not Dennis Bergkamp, it's not Clarence Seedorf. He's not an icon on the game anymore.
Not anymore?
Oh. Not anymore, no. A few people that aren't on the game here either came in. Iron Robin, Eka Davids.
Maybe in the future.
They could be maybe an icon hero in the future. Here's Roberto now.
Here we go.
He finds Thierry Henry, goes for the extra pass. Shoot!
I feel like you got to shoot.
Now, in normal football, you would. And if you don't shoot, you get hammered.
But he's just looking for that the perfect goal, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can understand, because you have a good goalkeeper, you good defenders. You think to yourself, okay,
this could be it.
Is this the moment for the breakthrough for Emre Yilmaz?
Yeah.
Matched up well again.
You can see two of the best players there.
It's that constant mind game. How is he going to defend? Is he going to move the goalkeeper? He's expecting me to shoot at the near post, so I'm going to try and shoot across the goalkeeper. Constant mind games.
Thierry Henry from distance!
Oh!
Well, that was quite an effort. It was top.
That was a surprise. That's good.
Well, maybe that's what the game needed, Richard. Just one of those moments to catch your opponent off guard.
Yeah, green time finesse from deep, just brushes off the top of the net. I think the crowd thought it had gone in as well.
Straight down the other end.
Safe.
And it's Levi Yashin who's called into action. To top Anders Vejrgang breaking through. It feels like it's all been Emre Yilmaz so far in this game. He fancies the finesse that time with Mohamed Salah. It was time green, it was yellow. This was the chance that we missed, Richard.
Yeah, it was. Henry with a Trivella, forcing a save from Yashin. He was really good last game, Yashin, as well, for Mark Marley. Tight game so far, Ruud.
Yeah, like I said, it's supposed to be like this. The two of the best players can't have a match with a lot of goals. Of course, what happens if somebody scores later in the game, then somebody has to take a little bit more of risk, and then you can have a game of 3-0. But normally it should be like this: tension.
How hard is it as well, Ruud, not to think about the trophy already and all the accolades, all the prize money at the end of it?
You have to like the game first. You have to enjoy the game. If you don't enjoy it of playing, then it's going to be more tougher and tougher.
I don't know if you remember last year, Johnny touched the trophy. No one touched it this year.
Johnny, unbelievable. Last year, couldn't get him. I remember, played 4-4-2. He surprised everybody tactically.
Yeah. Couldn't
cope with it.
And Didier Drogba was such a main player in that team. This year, nowhere to be seen.
It's all Henry.
Back to Anders Vejrgang now to try and break through. So often we cover grand finals, Richard. It's maybe last year at the FC Pro World Championships where Anders Vejrgang had a blowout, a 7-0 win.
We've not really seen it this year, though. If you look down the domestic leagues, if you look at the Pro Open, Oberon and Anders went late in that game as well. It's going to be the chance.
Is this that moment of the breakthrough? Mohamed Salah again blocked on a point. It's a picturesque finish from Thierry Henry.
Patience.
But it's the first one in this eChampions League grand final.
I like that coat. I wouldn't wear it, but
you appreciate it.
I appreciate it. It's good to have the fans here.
This was the goal. A little bit of a bounce in the box, but
we need that
instinctive finish.
Sometimes when a game is like this, though, Ruud, and there's just not that many clear chances, it's just a moment like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
the ball's
we need a little bit of luck.
box.
Deflection was it? So therefore, good. Yeah, that's what you need. But the good thing is it opens the game. So therefore, you know, the opposition has to make take a little bit more risk. And when there's more risk, there's more room for you in order to score more goals.
We said we'd reveal it when the first goal scored.
Well,
should we wait till half-time?
We'll wait for half-time and then we'll give our eChampions League ambassador Ruud Gullit the opportunity to reveal.
Chance.
The icon straight down the other end.
Here you go.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Anders Vejrgang ties up the grand final at 1-1.
See, at least you need that. Good for the game.
Feels like this could now end up with a lot of goals in this second half. Good finish. Mbappe right across the goalkeeper. But there's still a long, long way left to play.
I don't know what I'm more surprised about, how quick that reply was, or the guy that's in that leopard print jacket still. It's quite warm in here.
It is quite warm.
Well, it looks like we're going to be going into half-time with it all square and certainly all to play for.
Great final. Great for the neutral.
Yeah, exactly. But so Emre has to keep the ball. Don't go there. Keep it. Keep it.
One more chance.
We played the 1 minute.
No.
And that will do us for the halfway point in this eChampions League grand final. Emre Yilmaz broke the deadlock early. And Anders Vejrgang replied just 2 minutes after. Ruud, we have the icon. Reveal it to the people. Who is the Dutch icon that could be up for grabs as an SVP?
So the Dutch icon is Robin van Persie.
There you go.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not
so we've got
bad.
6 to choose from.
We can announce the 6 now. These are potentially, as we said, the winner of this game will choose that player to be an SBC, I believe, in a week or 2 to come out into the game. So Fernando Torres, Robin van Persie, Robert Pires, Socrates, Andrea Pirlo, Vidic. Good. Who do you choose?
Real good.
That's the question.
Look, I go for the Dutchie. I go for the Dutchie.
Who do you choose, Owen? Let us know in the chat of who you're going to go for. Well, Ruud Gullit, we're going to let you get ready to polish the trophy.
I will.
For the presentation.
May the best win.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay. Good luck, you guys.
Thank you very much.
Ruud Gullit, the Champions League ambassador, and more importantly, one of the best icons in this game. Always a pleasure.
It certainly is.
To have him on commentary as he revealed our 6th potential icon that could be chosen as part of the Champions League winner SBC this year. Robin van Persie was in there. And we couldn't give it to Gullit, could we?
No. I think in those areas there when Emre gets it, that's a lovely first time through ball. Drives it home, Emre Yilmaz. It took, what, 43 minutes to get a goal? 4 minutes inside the second half. Emre's back in front.
And I think the crowd enjoyed that one. Emre Yilmaz timing that run to perfection. Thierry Henry gets himself a brace. He's on for a second eChampions League trophy win.
One legend in Ruud Gullit, an icon, to another of the FC space. Mr. Ryan Pasol joining us for the second half.
Difference is I've won my trophies on career mode, but same amount, almost.
What have you made of this grand final so far, Ryan, from the sidelines?
That first time through ball there from Emre Yilmaz was unbelievable. I feel like he always seems to look for it, and he looks for the obscure ones that you won't really track.
Oh, this is big.
Is he on to double his lead now, Emre Yilmaz? Into Henry for the perfect hat-trick. What a block that is from Nuno Mendes.
Very, very aggressive there, Anders, as he pulled out the fullback to engage. Maldini and Lucio, that back 2 for Emre Yilmaz, so strong. Feels like every tackle goes their way.
Bit of goalkeeper movement there again, teased by Vejrgang. As he looks for a quick 1-2. With Mohamed Salah. Can Mbappe pull away now? We know he's got the pace on him, certainly. Thierry Henry, step overs, finds the feet of Zico, the last part of the puzzle. It was just Jairzinho on that far-hand side. I tell you what,
He's on, you know.
he might be on for a third. And what
That's a crazy tackle.
Had to get it right.
So that fall nicely. I thought it might have. This game, it feels like we're only, even on this 60th minute, it feels like there's a lot of this game left to reveal. We're only seeing half the jigsaw puzzle at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the sort of game I could see like 4-4, just in the blink of an eye, just goals, goals, goals. Emre's triggered the fullback.
Zé Roberto, who is also in the room with us here in Munich tonight.
That's a lovely through goal.
Can he make the most of this one, Anders?
Oh,
it's a red time shot. How's he got that one wrong?
That's rare, you know. You rarely see Anders red timing anything in front of goal.
I don't know if, because the defender was just putting a little bit on it, if he got an extra one animation.
Yeah. Look at it. Look at this pass here. Oh, it's beautiful. Xavi in behind Henry. Just there, yeah.
It's like extra left boot touch almost, as the defender sort of fell onto his back.
Apologies for any unsavoury language there on the replay. As the frustration comes out from our players here, drives it across there, Cafu. If it's not Maldini or Lucio, there just always seems to be a Real Sociedad player in the way.
This is 2 frustrating games in a row, though, Fernando.
Yeah.
Marley didn't lay him out easy.
You could argue 3, to be fair.
Yeah, the Samu game as well. Oh, look at the bodies up. It's 3 against 3.
Can he make the most of this one now, Vejrgang? Jarzinho. Does he want to cut back or does he want to go on his own again?
No.
Red shot.
2.
I don't know if I've got an excuse for that one.
2 red time shots there in key aspects of the game, or key moments for Anders, and yeah, he smiled that time, but you know deep down he's fuming.
Why is that happening, Ryan?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I never really see Anders miss time shots.
2 big chances. The second one definitely like it could have been a goal-scoring chance.
You're having a look in the history books at these 2 when they're playing against each other.
Ooh, surely not.
What
That's
tackle
from Buffon.
I think Emre's got his number. Emre's got his number when you look at the history books.
Beat him, what, 3 times out of a possible 5 attempts, only losing 1, drew the other one as well, so he has the history books in his favour. That first time through ball was Zé Roberto.
Goal again. The goalkeeper tackle, because it's a big moment. If that goes in...
I would say that could be game set. If he scores, I feel like that could have been job done, in my opinion, for Emre.
Yeah. Have we ever seen an eChampions League winner win or just go unbeaten the whole way through a tournament? This would be 10 perfect games, 9 of them he won. 1 of the games he drew against Tex in the league phase, but he's not lost a game.
It's not even just not losing, it's the opposition he's had to overcome as well.
His opponent was
Anders, literally, in the league phase, first game, Anders defeated him. He's about to potentially do it again.
That game for me, the semi-final was the big one. I didn't get asked a prediction before we started, but the manner in which he beat Nicholas...
Battered him.
I just don't see him losing today. I don't see him losing on that stage. However, Anders has made me look silly before.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be a huge chance. Henry.
Ball finesse. Oh, he couldn't get the angle.
Still in possession. No one fancies timing anything tonight, do they?
Well, that's the thing you've got to watch out for with Emre when he builds up, because it's the first time through balls. You have to worry about a cross. Finesse.
There's another one.
It's time again.
Again, it's yellow after yellow in terms of the time shots.
And we talked about this last game, planting the seed. He's done 2 finesses there in very quick succession.
Yeah.
The next one might open up a through ball.
Speaking of time shots, the last 2 that Anders has had in the box of Emre Yilmaz have both been time red.
Look at that runner. Henry.
And this time start running out. Maybe a 3rd goal could kill the game.
Oh my goodness, it has to be again. Surely Emre Yilmaz is going to get that goal. There's been so many chances in quick succession, but just can't find the back of the net.
It's exactly the same game that Mark Marley were playing, though.
Yeah.
He couldn't get the goal. He couldn't get the goal, and Anders stayed in the game and then pulled away.
Oh, wow, it's a clever pass. Mohamed Salah certainly is onside. He's got the legs to get away from Zico. And has he got the supporting options? Maradona, back!
Got to go across goal.
Has to go across goal.
He goes in the left bottom corner, he could be 3-1 up, wins a corner. Brings that one in, and I'm not too sure why he's had a shot from there.
You know what? I respect the effort, but look at the build-up here. Richard was panning it out on the screen point, and he knew where everything was going. But there, the shot across goal, come on, we know that you shoot across goal, it's a goal.
He's maybe just anticipating some sort of movement.
I'm not surprised at the post coming there. Anders couldn't get any sort of ball possession.
Getting suffocated.
Every single time he plays off, whether it's a goal kick or a throw-in, bang, he's hitting it straight away.
Emre Yilmaz must be an absolute nightmare to play against, especially when he's on such a rich vein of form that he's in this tournament, Brandon.
I don't think he's been on a vein of form that he's been in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think it is? I think he took that FC Pro La Liga semi-final, personally.
I don't blame him.
The manner in which he lost against Nicholas, and I think since then he's thought, I'm not having this happen again. I'm beating everyone.
Yeah, no more friends.
Heavy. I'm not stopping. On another day, this could be 4 or 5-1.
And he might not say much, Emre Yilmaz, but you're right, he'd be thinking about all of those
Surely we get something from him if he wins.
situations in his mind.
Might get a smile. But after all that, Emre dominating the game, the possession, the shots, it's only 2-1. Anders only needs one chance. As we're seeing a lengthy pause coming in here, we've only got 10 seconds left on it, so we're going to be back underway very shortly indeed.
Again, this is an opportunity for Emre Yilmaz to be the first ever player to have won this competition 2 times, which is incredible. It's what, 7th season that we've had this, 6th season we've had this competition, and
Sure, we got far last year as well, no?
They got to the top 8.
Consistency.
the year before that, champion in Istanbul. Could this be that moment again?
I feel like he could have taken another touch, you know.
Wins a corner for his efforts. On comes Marquisio. That one was timed green.
That's Maldini stepping forward. This could be a counter if he just got that pass right.
To the left-hand side of the pitch. Look at the space. I'm looking at potentially a fresh Javinho there off the bench.
First time we've really seen him make changes.
Diego Maradona. Is that the key pass? Mohamed Salah. He nearly unlocked the door to David Ginola. He still is in possession, though, as that shot is blocked from Yapstam. And we are into our final 10 minutes of this one. Emre Yilmaz.
It's just half chance after potential opportunity. There's been nothing clear-cut other than a couple of sort of in the box where it might have been missed times.
Yeah, I don't mind that tactical foul there as well. I feel like that's a good place to stop a potential attack.
Not too far ahead,
yeah,
the defence gets out of position.
And there's Vejrgang now, Thierry Henry into Mbappe. What a save from Vejrgang. Wins a corner for his efforts. Well, let's see where this one's going to go, into the box. The idea was the bicycle kick from Lucio, but Emre Yilmaz deals with that spot of danger. Xavi Simons is onside, into Henry. He tries to step over past his man, and Emre Yilmaz fights to live another day.
Look at it here. Bit of fortune with Mbappe getting ahead of the defender there. Gets the shot at goal, doesn't manage to find the corner.
3 in-game minutes. Is there a comeback? Is there an answer?
It's offside.
No.
He's off.
It's offside.
He's off.
Just offsides.
We saw it. Is that it for Anders? Was that the last chance?
The press is going to be relentless from all the RB Leipzig shirts. Is he going to get one more roll of the dice?
That's a bit crazy.
To tie this game up, Mbappe trying to pull away. Javinho, his shot's blocked again. It's Cafu in the way.
We had the same reaction, Richard. That was...
I can't believe he's gone for a first time.
Yeah, that's too risky. Way too risky.
Added time, how much will it be?
2
minutes, but Emre Yilmaz is in possession. He's just got hold onto the ball here.
He's giving it away.
You're joking.
Javinho. He hasn't got the legs to get around Lucio. That's 1 minute already played.
What a pass. What a pass.
Offside.
I was going to say. Surely not.
This is it.
A quick restart. Henry can't get there. 1 second away. Emre Yilmaz has done it again on the biggest of stages in Europe. The first man to write himself into the history books as a two-time eChampions League winner. And by God, didn't he deserve it?
I'm not a lip reader, but I think when he went over there, Anders said you deserve it. Which is an unbelievable show of respect. Emre Yilmaz unbeaten in this year's eChampions League.
An absolutely colossal run. The fact that, as you mentioned, unbeaten, the names that he's had to take out along the way, the first two-time eChampions League champion history has been made today.
2-1 in the grand final, by the way. We saw so many goals today, and in the grand final it's 2-1.
17 he scored across his last two games before that. You speak about history, well, how about this one as well? The first ever man to have gone all the way unbeaten in an eChampions League in Emre Yilmaz. Unbelievable scenes. He defeats Anders Vejrgang, and that was the moment there where he was crowned.
Two-time.
This is eChampions League winner. You saw the little cheeky two of his fingers there. He knows what he's done.
We got a little smile out of him. I don't think I've ever seen his teeth before. It's the first time I see him smile, but he's won it twice. He's the man to beat going into the rest of the season.
The first time was nice.
Had to do it twice, yep.
Emre Yilmaz, $75,000 richer. He simply just loves the Champions League, Richard.
Best player in the world right now?
Right now, it's hard to argue. We had Europe's best in this tournament. And he wiped the floor with everyone pretty much. So you can't really go against it.
We've heard awfuls here from commentary, FG and the rest of the team. What do you make of that one? Emre Yilmaz, a two-time champion.
Massive, massive congratulations to Emre Yilmaz. Like they said on the commentary, he is the first person to win the eChampions League not once, but twice. Shells unbeaten throughout the whole tournament. The top goal scorer in the tournament. What a performance.
I mean, what a performance. I couldn't even qualify this as an event myself in any year. Winning it twice? Wow, Emre Yilmaz, what a performance. You got to give all the credit to him.
I mean, we have to give our dues and our respect to Anders Vejrgang as well. The scene wouldn't be the same without him. He went so close, but Emre just couldn't get that third goal in that game as well.
No, Emre in this entire competition was clinical, almost perfect. He did not lose a game this entire time. Of course, commiserations to Anders, but Emre is too good.
A massive congratulations to Emre Yilmaz. Let's head over back to Brandon because Emre is itching to lift that trophy.
Well, from the 36 that turned up in Manchester to battle it out in the league phase, he was the only one to go unbeaten. 45 goals later, 10 games without defeat.